Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in today's update, we are going to at first talk about how ICP and also Caffeine AI might actually help solve real problems out there. Now, in the self-writing internet manifesto, which I would highly suggest to just give it a read yourselves, there is this very interesting example. They say that individuals will find they can create exciting new forms of online functionality such as hyperlocal social networks for exclusive use by their extended family, where they can add large and goofy emoji reactions to photos in shared gallery. Or maybe they want to create hyperlocal sports where they might compete with their friends for a price of digital assets. Such new forms of online functionality will quickly follow the mass adoption of baseline functionality such as personal branding websites and party planning portals as non-technical people get to grips with their newfound engineering superpowers. Now, I think we can all agree that this all sounds very fun, and honestly, it's actually pretty cool. But here is the situation. Just having fun features is not necessarily enough to make a project succeed. No, for real success, you need to be able to solve an actual pain point, something very fundamental. And this is where caffeine, at least on paper, could potentially step in. Let's imagine that you are a brand new entrepreneur. You have got a good idea, but no big budget to hire developers to build a beautiful app. And sure, you could potentially learn to code yourself, but let's be honest, that takes months and even in some cases, potentially years, and it would completely distract you from building your actual business. Up until now, there hasn't really been a solution to this important problem. And that, in my opinion, is where caffeine could be a huge game changer. Because according to Dominic Williams, you could use caffeine to build an app for your business at less than, pay attention, 5% of what it would normally cost with traditional methods. Think about it like this. Instead of spending tens or potentially even hundreds of thousands of dollars, you spend just a very small fraction and get something very solid and fast. That is, my friends, a real problem being solved, drastically lowering the barrier to entry. And when you lower costs like that, it doesn't really just help startups. No, all of a sudden, even small governments, NGOs, or possibly companies with limited budgets could step in and create useful apps instead of being locked out by high development costs. So yes, having goofy family emoji networks is absolutely fine, but the big deal is this. Caffeine could hopefully open the door for millions and millions of people and organizations who just couldn't afford to build before. That, in my view, is the real adoption story in here. Now, let's look at caffeine from also another very important angle that, in my opinion, doesn't really get enough attention. Imagine you're an entrepreneur who does actually have quite a significant budget. You are ready to spend real money to build a great app for your business. But here's the catch. Even then, there is no guarantee that you are going to end up with the perfect secure product. Why? Because even experienced dev teams rarely cover every single thing, especially when it comes to something like cybersecurity. Let me put it like this. If you do not check out the cybersecurity news, maybe for about a month, you are going to fall behind the trend and the new infos big time. I promise you this is the case in this day and age. Building secure and tamper-proof apps usually takes a specialized team, big budgets, audits, and even then bugs and exploits slip through. But here is where caffeine might flip the script. You see, when you build apps with caffeine, they don't really run on random servers or traditional cloud setups. No, they are executed on the ICP network itself, which is a blockchain-based decentralized environment. That means your app becomes tamper-proof and unstoppable by design. And you want to remember three very important points. Number one, the logic runs exactly as written every single time. Number two, the data stays secure and cannot be quietly altered by anybody. And number three, because it is actually decentralized, there is pretty much no single point of failure. That, my friends, is the level of security and reliability that is almost impossible, or let's say insanely expensive, to replicate with traditional development. So to put it all together, we basically have a tool that slashes costs, and even small startups or NGOs can build apps with it. Number two, delivers higher security and reliability than most custom built solutions. And number three, it makes it much easier for anybody, even non-coders, to bring digital ideas to life. And personally, because of all this, it is, from my POV, really hard to believe that we are not going to see massive amounts of adoption once Caffeine actually launches. And with all this innovation, I also find it very hard to believe that the price of ICP is not going to react in a massive positive way. So this, my friends, is why I believe Caffeine AI is going to be huge, and we are going to have hopefully a big, beautiful bull run in internet computer. Now, let's go on the live chart and see what is happening in the short term, and then we're going to zoom out a bit more and see what is going on in the midterm. So if you remember, the last time that we talked about ICP, I believe we were somewhere around these areas, and the idea was that you can kind of argue maybe the low is in, and you can say maybe from here we are having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure up, and followed by that, I said we can have something called an ABC, either a running flat or maybe an expanded flat, depending on whether we are going to take the low of our A leg or not. If we take it, this pattern is called an expanded flat. If we are not going to take it, excuse me, this is going to be called a running flat. So what happened? Well, I specifically said, I believe when we were right in here, that we are probably going to get a correction structure into wave 4 and then another move down into wave 5. And then let's hope that we are going to have a very strong move on the upside. And I'm going to say that maybe pretty much played out. And this point can be the end of our C leg, meaning we can have a running flat in here. Also, pay attention to what is happening in like very short term. I do think there's a good argument to be made for this move up being in form of, you know it, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by a correction structure. And well, if we see a very strong move up in ICP, it can be, in my opinion, an optimistic sign. But here's the situation. Even if we get something like this, I believe it is going to be like way too soon to jump into any strong bullish conclusion. Why is that? There are a couple of reasons for it. Number one, let's just hide everything. Okay, I think we can all kind of agree that the lows in here look beautiful and juicy. So I'm going to say, sure, we may see a move up and then we may take this high, but then after it, we will probably see a move down in order to take all the lows. And whether we are going to take the lowest low down here about $4.3 at that point or not, well, okay, that can be up for debate. But I do think probably soon after a very short-term bounce, we are going to have a move down and take at least this slow down here about $4.6. And then, okay, I guess if we get a move up, I can be just a little bit optimistic. This is the first reason for why right now we shouldn't be overwhelmingly bullish. The second reason, let's just zoom out a little bit more and hide everything. You see, in this phase down, number one, our move was actually quite strong, and number two, we took this low and more importantly, this one down here. And sure, I guess I am still able to find somehow, I'm not really sure how, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up to about this point, but it is actually quite tricky to find it. So I'm going to say probably this is a correction structure. And what does that mean? You see, in case that we do something like this, we get a move up and then a strong move down in order to take this low, possibly even the lowest low down here about, let's say, $4.2. I'm not really going to be mad at all. Why is that? That comes down to the structures on some higher degrees. Maybe it's best to go, let's even go on daily time frame. Okay, so here's the situation. What is going on starting from the lowest low down here about $2.5? I believe this is a clear cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, followed by that. Even if we take the lowest low down here, I still believe that we are having a correction structure. And from my POV, this is a beautiful bull run setup for ICP. Why is that? Because on a higher degree, this is, in my opinion, probably a wave 1 correction for wave 2, and what's next if this scenario is happening. An unbelievably strong move on the upside into wave 3, 4, 5. And the reason for why I say the next phase of the ICP bull run is going to be magnificent is because wave 3 is usually quite a strong and sharp move on the upside. That's why I believe, even if, let's say, I don't know, maybe like for the next couple of weeks, we get a move down and take the $4.3 low, it's not going to be a bad sign at all. In fact, if anything, it's actually going to be a buy opportunity for the mid to long term, in hope that we get the next phase of the bull run. And let me just give you some quick mathematics. Okay, let's say you want to buy ICP right around the $4 region. What is going to be your stop loss? If you want to be like very conservative, you can put your stop under the lowest low down here, about, let's say, $2.50. So you are having a $1.50 stop loss. On the other hand, here's a question for you. What is going to be your target? Well, if you want to hold ICP for the mid to long term, I think it is safe to assume that the bare minimum one, pay attention, just the bare minimum target is going to be taking the highest side in here, about $22. So you are having in this trade a $1.50 stop, but on the other hand, around a $20 target. That means your risk to reward ratio is, I believe, about 1 to 14, 1 to 15, which is insanely good. So right around the lows in ICP, from my POV, it makes perfect sense to buy for the mid to long term. That's why I am so bullish on Eternal Computer, and I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in ICP's charts. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything but. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.